Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of you around the world listening to the sound of my voice. It is a lovely day here in Gwinnett County. 50 degrees going up to a beautiful high of 61. Not so nice as yesterday, because yesterday was lovely. It was 78 degrees. It was beautiful, but nonetheless, still pretty, still beautiful, still sunshiny. And I think we're supposed to have some rain later on today. We had a little bit of drizzle yesterday too. It wasn't like completely beautiful. It was nice, but we did have some drizzles. Today I think we're supposed to have even more rain. But that's okay too. It's still a beautiful day. All right, so listen, today is Talk Business Tuesday, so I'm going to give you all the horoscopes, some news, and then we're going to talk business. We're going to be talking about the Metaverse. I'm so engulfed right now in the Metaverse and what it means to us as entrepreneurs. It is going to change the way we do a lot of things, and I've been talking about this more and more, and how I got started on this conversation was I was looking for ways to promote Good Morning Gwinnett and expand. And I thought about the Metaverse. And as I moved forward in that direction, I launched an NFT called the Madam Butterfly NFT. So if you want to check that out, go to Madam Butterfly. No E on the end of Madam. MadamButterflyNFT.com. MadamButterflyNFT.com. And you'll be able to see it there. This is an exciting time, and I think what's exciting about it is just the possibilities that whatever it's a cliche, right? Whatever you think about, you can bring about. Where now the things that you think about, you can actually bring to reality for real. Not that you couldn't before, but I think when it comes to the Metaverse, you can create whatever you want inside of this space once you get the basics of what that looks like. So we're going to talk about, doing business in the Metaverse and what does that look like for your business and what can you do with that and what is the Metaverse? Heck, some people we're still trying to figure out what exactly is the Metaverse. So we're going to talk about all of that as we move forward through the show. So stick around. If you can't stick around, come back around 10:30ish and I'll be talking about it because it is Talk Business Tuesday. All right, let's get on with the show because I want to jump into that because it's exciting and I want to make sure that I'm sharing information about what I'm learning as I move forward after launching the NFT and where, what I'm planning on doing in this space as well. Okay, so today is March the 8th, International Women's Day. Yes, rock it out, girls, rock it out. It's also National Oregon Day, it's National Peanut Cluster Day, and National Proofreading Day. Now listen, peanut cluster sounds good to me. However, I lost the challenge yesterday. I wasn't happy with myself, so I'm really doing good. Now let me tell y'all something. I did not eat past 9 o'clock last night. I'm so proud of myself because that's a problem for me. That is one of my biggest problems is eating past 9 o'clock. So I did not do that. And I woke up this morning feeling like, oh, wow, that was good. But I was so tired too. So I can't even remember. I don't remember what I did. I remember putting the timer on the TV and just crashing. That's what I remember. Like when I woke up, the TV was off. And I knew it was important that I put the timer on because I was tired. Because I had woke up so early yesterday morning. I woke up early this morning too, though. I wake up early every morning. But I think I woke up extra early yesterday, and then yesterday I was exhausted. So by the time I laid my head down to look at Metaverse stuff on YouTube, I just kind of felt myself drifting. I said, you know what? Let me just put the timer on the TV so it will cut off in an hour. And I must have been asleep probably within 5 minutes. All right, let's get on with these horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Dawson for today, March the 8th. It's Tuesday, March the 8th. And what was crazy, y'all, yesterday was not the last day for the official weigh-in for the challenge. It was today. And so I guess I was thinking the 8th was yesterday. And I was like, let me just go ahead and do it. So I did it. And I was like, I know I lost. But it was actually today. But anyway, Georgette won. So congratulations, G. She was more disciplined than all of us. So she walked away with all the money. I was like, oh, that was $100 I could have used for something else. But anyway, my girl won it. So congratulations, girl. All right. And am I going to do it again? Probably not. Because I realize money doesn't motivate me when it comes to that. It does not. I don't think money motivates me for a lot of stuff I do. Like a lot of the things that money probably should motivate me for, it does not. Maybe because I'm not motivated by money. That could be it too. Anyway, let's get on with these horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Dawson for today, Tuesday, March the 8th. We're going to kick it off like we always do, and that is with Aries. Unreliable people will be negative about your ideas. You can help other people with their financial problems by setting up a budget for them. Try to ease any disappointment by making amends. Listen, unreliable people will be negative about your ideas. Don't even listen. You know that if you know Aries that they're unreliable, don't even share your ideas with them. Just don't do it. Don't do it because they're not going to get it. There's a saying, you can't tell big ideas to small-minded people because they can't grasp it. So keep them to yourself. That's all. That way you don't have to, be upset because they don't get it. You don't have to be upset because they're negative. Just keep them to yourself. You already know they're negative. If you know them, you already know that they are negative, unreliable, small-minded people. Don't share. Taurus, don't let children or elders put demands on your time. You can make changes to your living quarters, but not everyone will be pleased with your efforts. Sign up for courses that will bring you more skills. Listen, now you know what I'm about to say. The one thing I can say about what I'm going to talk about in the next half an hour is that if you want to do a complete career switch, learn something new. Learn how to navigate this new economy that we're about to go in called the Metaverse. So many opportunities, so much great software out there, y'all. It's just great programs, great opportunities to learn new things, exciting. It allows you to be creative. It's amazing. Taurus, if you want to do something else, learn some new skills. Even if you want to switch jobs and move up the ranks in the job that you're in, learn what your job needs. Go on there and look. Here's the thing. Go on there and look and see not just because this is what happens with people, right? They work at a job. They only focus on their area of that job. Now, the job may have 10 other areas that you can move up the rank in, but you only focus on your area. Here's the thing. See how you can add value to your job, your current situation. Learn and then move up the ranks in a different area. That's what you do. If I was employed by somebody, that's what I would do. Let me see what they need. Let me see what they need. Let me see what makes me excited. Let me see what I need to learn to move in that direction. That's what you got to do. Gemini, problems with female members of your family may play on your emotions. Try to visit friends or relatives you don't get to see often. You will meet new and exciting people if you attend social activities or sporting events. Yes, you got to get out the house, Gemini. You got to leave the job. You got to go outside. You got to do some social activities. Go to a sporting events. Listen, do something fun. If you want to meet some new and exciting people, do something fun. That's how you're going to meet them. Cancer, get involved in groups and organizations that are of a distinguished nature. Compromising could be on your agenda today. Chronic health problems are likely to surface if you are keeping your problems locked inside. Cancer, release it. Go outside, put your feet on the ground, like literally take your shoes off, put your feet on the ground, and release all of the problems that you are keeping inside. You don't want to get sick. Trust me. I know somebody right now who was under so much stress, they were getting sick and they couldn't figure out why. Right? Doing everything right, but still getting sick with this one particular illness that always crops up when they're very stressed out. And we attribute that to stress about business. And so now you got to figure out, okay, well, how do I get rid of that? Cancer, take a minute. Matter of fact, take two, because if you don't have your health, you have nothing. Let me say that right now. If you don't have your health, you have nothing. So I know all this other stuff is very important to you, but your health is number one. That's what's important. So make sure you're taking care of yourself. Go outside, sit out in the cold, sit out in the heat, put your feet on the ground. One morning I was stressed out. It was early in the morning too, y'all. I still had my night shirt on. And I was like, you know what? I'm stressed out. I'm just going to go outside. I went outside. It was cold too. No jacket. Took my slippers off and stood on the naked ground. I was like, I just need to ground myself right now and release this stress out of my body. And if anybody had walked out of that back door, they probably thought she has lost her mind. No, I know I was in a bad situation. I needed to ground myself to the earth and get rid of all of the bad energy that was inside of me. That is an amazing feeling. I was fine after that, which is crazy. It sounds nuts. And maybe somebody said, oh, that's all in her head. Could be. Whatever the case was, I felt better. That's all I'm saying. Leo, your ability to help others will win you points. You can meet new and exciting lovers through work-related projects. You need a day to rest and relax with the ones you love. Leo, you need that time. Spend some time, rest, relax, especially with the ones you love. You may not get it all that time, all that often. So when you get a minute to do that, do that. And if you can't get a minute, make a minute. You know what I mean? Everything is so important. Make a minute. It's important that you do that. Rest and relax with the ones you love. Virgo, romantic opportunities will develop through friends or relatives. Put your energy into self-improvement programs that promise to make you into a better you. Investment will not be as they appear today. All right, listen here. Listen here, Virgo. I know you want to invest. I don't know what that means. Is it going to be a good thing? Is it going to be a bad thing? What I will say, Virgo, is make sure that you do your due diligence. Make sure that you check out all the information first. Check the company out. Check the people out. Check it all out. And if you don't understand something, listen to me carefully. If you do not understand something, consult a professional. Because here's the thing. If you're about to put money into an investment that you don't understand, the best thing you can do is consult a professional, pay that consultation fee, get the information you need to make the best decision to protect you and your finances. Okay? All right, I'm just listening. I'm trying to save you some time, heartache, and money here, baby. You want to listen? You better listen. All right, I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after the song to give you more of the horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thomson, so stay tuned.
Then you fall back, giving me signs that I've seen before. Yeah, it's cute, but honey, I want more. Don't waste no more time. No, no. There's no use playing hard to get. I figured you out, but you don't know it yet. So take off your mask. Yeah.
Welcome back. It's your girl Audrey Bell Kearney bringing you the daily horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thomson. Gonna pick it up with Libra. Don't let children hold you back from doing things you enjoy. If you put your mind to it, you can entertain or host a multitude of social events. Get the whole family involved in a worthwhile cause or cultural event. Yeah, a multitude of social events. Let me tell you something. I'm hosting an event right now. I'm pulling it all together. And normally that is not my thing. But 2022, I said, you know what? I'm gonna do more events this year. So I do Business with Breakfast, which is this coming Friday, at 8 o'clock at Peachtree Cafe, located at 30 South Clayton Street in Lawrenceville. That's something I do twice a month that I host myself. That's my event, the Breakfast Club, the second and fourth Friday of each month. So that's this Friday. I'm hosting the Black Tech Symposium in Atlanta in July. Listen, I'm not that person. And then I'm speaking at 2 events. I'm speaking at the Black Pod Festival, which is a podcast festival for blacks in the metro area. I'm speaking at Podfest, and this is in May. I'm speaking at Podfest in Orlando, Florida. So I'm doing more events, trying to host events. I'm hosting 2 or 3, and then I'm speaking at other ones. And so listen, good luck, Libra. That's all I want to say. If you're going to host a multitude of social events, good luck. That's a lot. Scorpio, don't let confrontations at the best of times happen. Don't like confrontations at the best of times. However, you may find them difficult to avoid. Follow through on some of the good ideas that come up, and you could have a real winner of a deal. Social activity will be on your agenda. Sounds like a whole lot of socializing today, right? Like a whole lot of socializing going on. It's a lot of socializing going on. I'll call you back. A lot of socializing going on. Just a lot of having a good time, meeting new people. I'll call you back. So that's a good thing. All right. Sagittarius, don't allow personal problems to interfere with your professionalism. Make changes that will enhance your appearance and entice potential partners. Chances are they're jealous. Don't you hate jealous people? In the meantime, look your best, baby. Do enhance. Listen, I'm not saying go out there and get you a booty implant and all that kind of stuff, facelift. Not saying that. Get your hair done, get your nails done, get your hair done, check your nails. Yeah, that kind of thing. I ain't talking about get all them other enhancements. You probably don't even need any enhancements. I don't know. It's the hair thing, though. You want to keep your hair looking cute. Hair. All the rest of that stuff, not so much. Capricorn, secret affairs, secret being the key word there, will only lead to heartache. Don't vacillate about asking for assistance if you need it. You may want to look into warm vacation spots. It's beautiful here in Georgia. This is a warm vacation spot right now. Right, it's a warm vacation spot. But if you're not in Georgia, you don't want to come to Georgia, check out an island. I want to go to an island. I haven't been to an island since 2014. No, that's not true. That is not true. 2019, I was in the Bahamas. That's not true. 2014, I was in St. Lucia. 2019, I was in the Bahamas. Yeah, I'm ready to go to an island again. I want to go to some tropical sun. St. Lucia was beautiful, by the way, y'all. If you've never gone to St. Lucia, it was just beautiful. Anyway, Capricorn, don't get involved in secret affairs. You the one gonna get your heart broken because it's a secret for you. That means the person you're in it with shouldn't be in it with you. So you're gonna be left out in the cold because that's a secret that you should not be a part of. So don't do that. Just don't. I'm just trying to help you save your heart, baby. That's all I'm trying to do. Aquarius, it will be important that you have your priorities straight. You may find it difficult to communicate. Travel or short trips will probably be your best outlet. I know, I just said that, right? I want to take a short trip to an island somewhere. My husband just asked me yesterday, where are we going for our anniversary in June? I think I want to go to St. Simon's Island. That's a short trip. It's beautiful down in St. Simon, which is down by on the other side of Savannah. It's got the beach. Not that I'm a big beach fan, because I'm not. But I don't mind being by the water. So I don't mind being by the water. I don't necessarily have to be in the water. I definitely don't want to be in the sun. However, I don't mind having I want a beautiful room overlooking the water where I can come out on the balcony in the morning and just look at the ocean. That thing. Yeah, being out there in the sand and the heat, we can skip that part. I did that last year for my daughter's birthday in June in Miami. It was hot. Oh, Lord, it was hot. I did it, though. I was proud of myself, but it was hot, hot, hot. Last but not least, my fellow fish Pisces, you are best to work at home, clearing up overdue projects. Chronic health problems are likely to surface if you are keeping your problems locked up inside of you. All right, fish, what we got locked up? Your creative input will be appreciated by your boss. I don't have a boss, but always happy to add my creative input. And in the meantime, fish, I don't know, let that stuff out. Listen, go outside and ground yourself. That's what I do. I got a grounding wire that's plugged into the grounding outlet in my bedroom. My husband and I both, I sleep with it on my leg at night. I try to stay grounded. And then when I really feel like I need to get super grounded, I'll go outside and step on the ground. I got, so you can buy grounding wires. Now listen, you need to read the packages. I'm just telling you what I do. I have a grounding band that I put around my leg. I plug it into the outlet in my house to the grounding portion. The grounding, like the little round circle. I plug it into there, and then I put it on at night, and I sleep with it on my leg. My husband has one that he sleeps with on his wrist. And so we try to stay grounded at night while we sleep. When I feel like I'm not getting enough of the earth, I go outside and step on the ground where I get more. So whatever you need to do to make sure you don't have chronic health problems because you're keeping crap inside, fish, do what you got to do. But make sure you take care of yourself. Okay? Okay. That's all the horoscopes I got for today. I'll be back again tomorrow to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thiessen. Now let's get on to some news you can use. Let me tell y'all something. The gas prices are outrageous. I'm talking about right now. I went to the gas station and I think I saw 409. I was like, what in the hazy? Yeah, it's outrageous. My husband's he's in Chicago on business, and he was like, gas is like $5 in Chicago. My goddaughter is in California, and right now the gas in California $6.95 a gallon. Oh my God! Like if it got to $6.95 a gallon, the furthest we would go was to the grocery store and back. That is ridiculous. I was whining about $4. Like, what is going on? But we know what's going on. There's a war, and it's just jacked up. Like $4 here in Georgia. Like depending on what you put in your car. Like I put regular, so it was I think I paid $3.69, but I think I saw $4.19 at Shell or something crazy, and I was like, what is going on here? So gas is really high, and then Chicago $5, in California almost $7. I've never seen gas that high. $7 a gallon. But that's because of all the craziness that's going on in the world right now. What can you do about it? It's so sad. So sad. So sad. We're going to have to get us some electric. Every time something happens and it wrecks the way we do things, right? Like the whole pandemic happened since everybody inside the house working from home. We're still there, a lot of us, right? Now we're going to be working inside the Metaverse, which is like the 3.0 version of working from home via Zoom. And I'm going to talk about that in a few minutes. Now we got these gas prices that are off the chain. Well, what does that say to me as a business person? That says to me that the electric car market and the electric bike market is about to boom. That's what that says to me. Now, I don't know how. I believe that if you have an electric car and you have to plug it in somewhere, well, we got solar panels to charge your car, and I don't know how they regulate that, but I feel like that's where we're going. Like gas prices crazy like this, it's biting into people's budgets. Yeah, I feel like this is a step towards the electric car and the electric bike market. I'm just saying. This is what I'm foreseeing. That's what I'm foreseeing. All right, listen, it's qualifying week. People are qualifying left and right, baby. They are qualifying who's going to run for what. Right now, the race for the 7th Congressional District quickly began to fill up Monday as candidate qualifying for this year's elections got underway. Carolyn Bardo and Lucy McBeth filed papers for the Democratic Party primary along with State Representative Donna McLeod. According to the Secretary of State's website, Mark Gonsalves filed paperwork to run for the seat as a Republican. So, Congressional District 7, you got 3 Democratic powerhouse women and 1 Republican. So they got to fight it out. So them 3 women got to fight it out to see who's going to come out and probably run against Mark, because he was the only Republican that's going to run for the seat. Well, that filed yesterday. Yeah, that's going to be rough. That's going to be rough. Donna, Lucy, and Carolyn, it's going to be rough, baby. That's going to be a fight. And it's so sad because I hate they have to fight against each other. I really do. I like them all. I don't know Lucy, but I know Carolyn and I know Donna. And I hate that they're going to have to fight against each other. I really do. So far, they have not been surprised in qualifying for any federal offices. Yep, to represent Guinetians. That's right. Listen, it ain't no secret. They've been talking about it for a while right now. So we already knew what it was going to be. On the state level, U.S. Senator Raphael Warnock, he Democrat from Georgia, has qualified to seek full 6-year term in the U.S. State Senate, and Republicans Herschel Walker, Gary Black, Josh Clark have all qualified to run against him. Wait a minute. So Herschel Walker, Gary Black, and Josh Clark. Okay, so they're running against Raphael Warnock. Oh God. U.S. Representative Andrew Clyde, Republican from Georgia, has qualified to run for re-election in the 9th Congressional District, which now includes most of northern Gwinnett. Yep, as a result of those newly redrawn maps. Attorney Mike Ford has qualified to run against Cloud as a Democrat. So yeah, that the maps that they were talking about. The third congressional that includes part of Gwinnett's 6th congressional district, which includes a small piece of northwestern part of the county around Sugar Hill. Emergency room surgeon Rick McCormick, right? Minister Mallory Staples and retiree Paulette Smith have qualified to run for that seat. So you got a minister, a surgeon, and a retired person running for that seat. So this is going to be an interesting race. So we're going to see what happens. Like it's about to go down. It's going down. It's going to be an interesting political year with all of this stuff. It's going to be interesting to see who try to cheat the system like they always do. That's going to be interesting. I try not to talk about politics on here, but this is a week of politics. What else can I do? I have to tell y'all what's happening, because what if you don't listen to me on Sunday on Popcorn and Politics, right? So you may not listen. Right now, as of yesterday, 1:30 yesterday, State Representative Senator Nikki Merritt, she qualified to run for her seat again. State Senate District 9. Similarly, Sheikh Rahman, who's a Democrat in Lawrenceville, he also qualified to run for re-election in District 5. State Senator Kim Jackson, Stone Mountain, qualified to run for re-election in District 41. State Senator Clint Dixon of Beaufort had qualified to run for re-election in District 45. Bill Cowsert qualified to run for District 46 as of yesterday. So this is going to keep coming in. I'm going to try to hold some of this, though, for real until Sunday. Because I'm sure we're going to have, by the time we get finished with this week right here, it's going to be a lot to talk about Sunday. It's a lot of races. It's a lot of qualifying. If you want to find out more about that, go to Gwinnett Daily Post and you can find out who qualified for what. Because it's all there. I can't read it all. It's all there. If you want to check it out, check it out. Listen, you know the elections are coming. You know people are running, so it's gonna be interesting. In the meantime, you know, Governor Kemp signed the law for the new maps, and the new maps are released. They have been released. If you want to check them out, you can check it out too. So let me just run it down to you though. So Gwinnett County Commission's district, here's how it go. Right now, with the new map, District 4 includes Sugar Hill, Swanee, Beaufort, Rest Haven, and Brazelton, and Auburn, right? So that's District 4. That's Commissioner Marlene Foskew's district right now. District 3, I'm working my way backwards, which includes Decula, Lawrenceville, Grayson, Snellville, and Loganville. That's District 3. That's Commissioner Jasper Watkins. District 2, which is Lilburn, which is surprising because it's only Lilburn in District 2, which I thought that was pretty interesting. But that includes that's the Commissioner Ben Koo for that district, and then for District 1, which includes a little bit of Swanee, Duluth, Berkeley Lake, Peachtree Corners, and Norcross. That's Commissioner Kirkland Dion Cardine. So the maps have been drawn. You know, they've been accepted, because what else can you do? We had Commissioner Foskey on, was it last week? Last week. Not this past Sunday, but Sunday before last. And I asked her, what can you do? And she's like, really nothing. Like right now, you just got to roll with what it is. So what they didn't do is add more seats to the commission. They redrew the maps, but they didn't add more seats. Now for her, that puts her her seat in jeopardy, because a large part of where she sits now in this new map is Republican. So that's going to be interesting to see how she moves. She's a good person, though. You know, she's done a lot of good work in Gwinnett County. And for me, if you look at the work that's been done, if it affects your family in a good way, then that's how you need to roll. That's just my opinion. Hey, what do I know? You know what I'm saying? What do I know? All right, so listen, I'm about to go to another song. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk about how to make your business viable in the Metaverse. So stick around. I'll be right back after this song.
take it away. Feeling too good to me. Chilling all day, all in your space is where I wanna be. Here in this room, what did you do? I just can't get enough. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you. I've been hanging by myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah, you always make me feel like home. Yeah, you never leave my thoughts alone. Yeah, you're the reason I'm going out my mind. I just can't stop thinking about you. All that I crave when you're away, nights are sleepless. Do we need space? Yeah, maybe a break. Boy, you're my weakness. Give and we take, the love that we make, it's my favorite drug. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you. I've been hanging by myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah, you always make me feel like home. Yeah, you never leave my thoughts alone. Yeah, you're the reason I'm going out my mind. I just can't stop thinking about you. You got me feeling some type of way. You make me wanna stay in all day. You're the reason I can't get out my head. I just can't stop thinking about you. 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 I just can't stop thinking about you.
Welcome back. So it's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney. Listen, it's Talk Business Tuesday, and let's talk a little bit about the Metaverse. So, for those of you who have not heard the show before, this is your first time, and you want to know why I'm talking about the Metaverse. Well, back in January, I was looking for a way to expand the reach of this show that you're listening to right now, and I was looking into the Metaverse. And so as I did my research, I realized that there were some opportunities to do an NFT. So I launched an NFT called the Madam Butterfly NFT that launched, and so that was a process, and I talk about that on the website goodmorninggwinnett.com. I talk about my process of launching an NFT. That was some work, right? But as I kept doing my due diligence and research in the industry, I realized that there were so many opportunities that would be available for you and I as business owners and creatives in the Metaverse. And I wanted to get the conversation started. Now I'm thinking about launching a new podcast called Metacast, and it's all about the Metaverse and what does that entail. So for those of you who are wondering what the heck is the Metaverse, the way I understand the Metaverse to be, it is a convergence of virtual reality, augmented reality, and real reality, meaning real world. And so the Metaverse has not just started. It's already been around for a while. I remember when they first released Second Life, and I thought that was pretty cool, but I didn't dig deep into it. Like, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, because it had like the little cartoon things, but you can go in there and create your own town. Now, had I been thinking back then, I probably would have had a bustling community already ready for the Metaverse, but I wasn't thinking like that because I felt like it was a game. I'm like, oh, that's a game. So I wasn't really thinking, because I'm thinking, well, the Second Life is a game. I don't have time to spend time on the internet playing games like in this virtual world. Had I had the foresight to think forward, I would have done that. Here's the thing. Even though Second Life has been around for a very long time, augmented reality and virtual reality has been around for a while. It's about to start to catch fire now, for real. So there were early adopters who said, you know what, I like Second Life. I want to go live inside of my Second Life world that I've built for myself. And so that's what they've done. But they are ahead of the curve, but it wasn't what it's about to become. Right? It's about to take on this whole new life of doing business in the metaverse. And I think what has put gas on the fire was the whole us working from home virtually. Now, let me just say this. I've been working from home for 23 years full time from home. Like, I left my job 23 years ago. I was working at a job, left the job, and I've been working from home ever since. So this was nothing new to me. But for most of the world, working from home was a new thing. It was a very small portion of us compared to 7 billion people on the planet who already work from home. When the pandemic hit, a whole lot of us started working from home. A lot of us. And so then that's when the great resignation hit, because people realized, wait a minute, this what it feels like to work from home. This what it feels like to be your own boss. So people like, I'm not going back into the office. I'm not even going back to the job. So that's what they did. Now, where are we going? Well, we had Zoom. We had all these different platforms, Facebook Live, LinkedIn Live, YouTube Live, Instagram Live. All of this is great. That's considered Web 2.0. Web 1.0 was when everything you did, you read on the internet. You read it. Like, there was text on the internet. I remember I had AOL. I had an AOL email address. It was ABM30 at 8. I still remember, because I got my first computer in 1994. That was so cool. Like, to get my first house computer. You know, the big terminals that you put in your house. I got my first one in 1994. Because my brother had an American Express card. American Express had this catalog they sent out to him, and I was like, oh, I can get a computer, and I can like pay monthly on the computer, which I did. So I got my first computer via American Express, because my brother had the American Express card, and they had a catalog that I could shop in. So I bought my first computer. Before AOL, there was a company called Prodigy. So I had Prodigy first. Then I think Prodigy got bought out. And then I went to AOL, and I stayed at AOL for a very long time until I started to do my own business and realized, well, you need your own extension. So then it became Audrey at sisterinc.com, because I think that was my first business on my own with the Sister Inc. extension on the end. .sisterinc.com was what it was. I still own that domain to this day. I don't know. I need to find out how long I've had that though. Probably a good 15, 20 years. But anyway, that's how I got into the Web 1. So Web 1, you was going on there, you was reading things, and then the next thing you know, Web 2.0 happened. You could go on there, you could talk to people, you could not only just email them, now you could do social media, you could buy things online. Web 2.0. Web 3.0, which is what some people are calling the Metaverse. Listen, what I don't want you to do is get confused about what it is, because there's so many definitions about what it is. It could be totally confusing. What I want you to think about is this. There are going to be opportunities for you to sit inside a virtual room with other people and do the things that you love. So if you like to knit, there's going to be opportunities for you to sit inside a virtual room and you guys knit together in that same virtual room. Do you need to put on a big headset? For some things you will, for a lot of things you won't, because there are companies like Apple that are making these glasses, and all you do is put the glasses on and it takes you into the metaverse. Now, Facebook bought Oculus Rift, which is like the headset that goes over top of your head, and put the big goggles on the front of your face, and you're in there and you're doing all this stuff. What's cool about Oculus, and it's probably going to be the same for Apple too, is that right now you can have apps developed just for the Oculus headset, right? Which is so let me share that with you. Think about your phone and how many apps you actually have on your phone, right? That was the first time we started doing apps. The next time we started doing apps was on platforms like Roku. So people have Roku televisions in their home. They have Roku streaming sticks in their home. They have Roku boxes in their home. All of the things on Roku are TV apps. So you had mobile phone apps. Then you had TV apps. Now we're going to have these goggle apps. So if you have a Oculus, there's an app that you can have developed, and people can put the Oculus headset on their head and play your app, or join you inside of your world, or inside of a world. That's where we're going. And it sounds crazy, but think about it for a second. You got an app on your phone, you hit the app, you can do things, you can listen to music, you can watch some videos, you can exercise with the person on the video on the app. Then you go to the television, you turn on Roku, a Roku TV or any smart TV, you click on an app on the TV and then you can watch people via an app on the TV. I have apps I have an app right now. So Noise Media Network is an app on Roku, on Apple TV, on Android TV, on Amazon TV. I have an app. So if you had any of those devices in your home, if you put up Noise Media Network, you're going to pull my app up and you get to see all of the things that's on my TV network, right? Good Morning Gwinnett has its own app on mobile phones, on Roku, and on Amazon Fire TV, which is so great. That's the app. Now, I said all that to say I was trying to figure out where was I going to take Good Morning Gwinnett. So I ran into the NFT thing. I said, okay, now I know how to create an NFT. I know how to launch the NFT. I know all this stuff about how to do that part. Now it's more to NFTs and how simple I'm making it. But for the basic things of what I was trying to do, it worked. What does this mean for you? Well, as a business owner, think about this for 1 second. If you are, let's say you're a coach. If you are a business coach and you're trying to figure out where do I fit inside of the metaverse? How does this help my business, right? Think about the communities on Facebook. Inside of those communities, people can watch you. You have to watch the chat room when they're talking back to you. You may be able to bring a couple people on stage in your community, right? In the metaverse, you go inside the metaverse room and so does everybody else. And y'all all inside the metaverse room talking to each other, having a good conversation inside of the metaverse. Not sitting there typing on a computer keyboard. You're actually in the metaverse room together where you can look at her, she can look at you, y'all can talk to each other, have straight conversations one-on-one. Because what happens inside of a Facebook community, right? If you have a group on Facebook, because that's your community, you're normally on the big screen. You may bring somebody up on the stage with you, and then everybody else is trying to chat and type inside of the chat room. And if 3 or 4 people are typing at one time, and I type my comment, it gets lost in the sauce. This is how I'm trying to help you understand it. My comment would get lost in the sauce if 10 people come right behind me and type something behind me. So in the metaverse, we're all in the same room talking to each other. I'm looking at you, you're looking at me, she's looking at you, she's looking at me. We're having a conversation like we're talking inside of the metaverse. That's where we're going. So if you are a coach and you have a membership community, now you can take your membership community off of Facebook, not necessarily off of Facebook, but you can connect it to the metaverse. So you built it already on Facebook. Now you said to them, you know what, guys, we're about to level it up. I need y'all to meet me in the metaverse on Sundays at 3:00. I have a community of women called the Butterfly Squad. We meet Sundays, either 3:00 or 5:00, depending on my schedule. In a minute, I'm going to meet them in the metaverse. And we can sit inside the metaverse and talk to each other. Now, you can kind of do that on Zoom a little bit, right? But you don't want to it's going to feel more like, well, I'm sitting inside of a room, I'm talking to you. That's the difference. Now, somebody may say, well, you know what? I don't want to do that. I think that's stupid. I don't want to do that. And here's what I'm going to tell you. It may be stupid, but we're going there. You may think it's totally ludicrous, but that's where we're going. So you can either get on early or you can get on when everybody else done got on. You can try to jump in later and try to find your space. I was talking about this yesterday, and I want you to understand this. Remember the day. They had a date. I can't remember the day, but they had a date, like a solid date. On this day, if you don't have a digital converter for your TV, you won't be able to see anything. Remember that day? Now, if you didn't have cable or internet TV, you had like the rabbit ears. They said, if you don't have a digital converter for your TV, you won't see TV. They didn't give you an option. They said you won't see TV. That's what they said, right? Guess what happened on that day? Some people said, that's stupid. That's not going to happen. They woke up the next morning, and I can't remember the day. I need to find the day because I remember that. They woke up that morning and couldn't see a thing because guess what? They didn't buy the digital converter. Now, for people like me, I needed cable, so I didn't have that problem because I had cable. But there are some people who don't believe in cable, and they just said, you know what? That's not going to happen. Oh, it happened. Couldn't see a thing. You're saying right now this is 20 years out. No. It's not. It's not 20 years out. And that's the misconception. It's not 10 years out. It's not. Companies are moving at lightning speed right now. here's the thing, mass adoption for what we're doing maybe 10 years out. And I don't even think it's that far. I really believe it's like 3.5 years. Mass adoption. And when I say mass adoption, that means that the general public has said, okay, well, I need to go out and buy these Apple glasses. See, here's the thing about Apple. Apple has a cult following. And the minute those glasses are available for people to buy, guess what's going to happen? They're going to buy them. Right now, they're working on, I have the iPhone 11, right? I was in a meeting yesterday. They're working on Apple iPhone 16. I haven't even got 13 yet. They're working on 16 already. It's nuts. 16, I'm still on 11. So, and then Apple people are like cult followers. So when the Apple glasses come out, where you can be in virtual reality, where you can see augmented reality. I created a augmented reality piece yesterday, sitting in my office, sitting in my computer. Because listen, Noise Media Network is a media and marketing company. That's what I do. I do media and I do marketing. I sat in my office yesterday and I created a augmented reality piece. It was so freaking cool, right? And it was a bear, and I popped the bear up in the middle of my floor in my office, and the bear was doing like a little flip. I was like, but why am I sharing this? Because I'm a media and marketing company, so I need to be able to offer my clients augmented reality, so they can have people, they can pass out a business card and somebody can scan it with their phone, and their message pop up off the page 3D, and the person is standing right in front of them talking. That's amazing. You can say what you want to say. That's amazing. So, and the person may be them. It may be them in 3D standing in the middle of somebody's office like, hey, my name is Audrey. I'm so happy that you joined me today. I'm here to help you take your business to the next level with augmented reality. So I created this bear yesterday. Pretty darn cool, right? The bear was standing in the middle of my floor in my office. And I'm looking, and my husband is on the phone. He's like, what you doing? So I'm laughing and giggling because this bear that I just created is standing in the floor in my office. Now, granted, it wasn't really a bear, but it was a bear. So that's why it's exciting. So if you're on the marketing side, what services can you offer your client? If you are a marketing agency right now, you know you help businesses get exposure, what services can you help your clients do in this space? Well, I can create augmented, as of yesterday, my company can create augmented reality, which was amazing. What can your company do? All right. Now, you may be saying, well, Audrey, I'm not a coach. I'm not a marketing agency. I am an architect. Oh, my God. Forget about it. If you are an architect, guess what you can do? I know there's already sites out there where you can create 3D renderings of things and make it, virtual. But can you put yourself in there and explain what you just did? Because that's where you can go. You can put yourself inside of the program that you just designed for this company and explain everything about that program. They can either scan a page, scan the computer screen, and you pop up and you share it with them. You know what I'm saying? So there's so many opportunities. Okay, Audrey, that sounds great. But I'm a doctor. What can I do? Well, if you're a doctor, with all of the software developments out there in the health industry, right? Can you create a software and have your people meet you in a virtual exam room where now they can be scanned by some software that's built into your virtual exam room, and so now you can look inside their body and see like where the blockage is in their heart? Yeah, that's high tech. Yeah, that could be a lot of money, but this is what's possible. You got to think, and that's your own world. That's your own diagnostic center as a doctor. Let me tell you something. If I don't have to go to the ER, I don't. Because I hate going to the ER because it's a long process. I had a problem. I was feeling like, I thought I was having a heart attack. So I was having like this little chest pain thing, right? Now, I probably should have went to the ER, but I was like, I'm not going to the ER. I'm going to go to the the immediate care center. Because guess why? They have x-ray machines. They have doctors and they have x-ray machines. And I can get in really quick and get out really quick. And come to find out it was nothing. Thank God. But now you're a doctor, right? And you have your own virtual exam rooms with your own software that can scan somebody's body and see that there's a blockage in the upper left ventricle. Do you understand what I'm saying? Can you understand what I'm saying? That's where we're going. And they're inside of your virtual exam room that all they did was put on some glasses or stand in front of a system that scanned their body, and now you see it. This is where we're going. We're not at mass adoption yet, but we will get there. And for those of you who are saying that's way far, it's not. Don't be fooled by people saying, "Oh, that's way in the future." The future is like right now, and it's happening. We're already doing it. You're not doing it. It's already been done. And let me tell you how you know it's already been done. I looked at something yesterday, which I thought I thought that was great. It was crazy. So Snoop Dogg is a part of a company called 19 Crimes. He's on a wine bottle called 19 Crimes, right? My husband said, "Oh yeah, I saw that at Kroger's." I said, "Did you put your phone up there?" Because when you open up the camera on your phone, Snoop started talking on the wine bottle. And Martha Stewart, 19 Crimes. 19crimes.com. Go to 19crimes.com. Click on Snoop wine bottle, and the wine bottle starts talking. The label on the wine bottle starts to talking. And now it's in the grocery store. So if you go into the grocery store and you got a peanut allergy, right, and you don't understand all of the nonsense that's on the back of the package, maybe that person can say, if you can put your camera, because we walk everywhere with our phones. We don't go anywhere without our phones. But just let's say, for instance, you were the person. You got this great product. You want to sell it to people. It's got some kind of nut in it. You want to make sure people with nut allergies, or just say, these are the things, if you're allergic to this, don't eat this. They can take the phone, open up the camera, scan your label, and you start talking about what's inside this product that you just made. Now, can you imagine how powerful it is? Because now people don't have to stand in the store. They don't have to turn the thing over. They don't have to look at all these ingredients that they do not understand. They don't have to do that, right? Because now all they got to do is open their phone up, which is always with them, scan your label, and you tell them this is what's in this this is what's in this product. Listen, as I sit here talking to you guys, I got the phone in my hand as if you can see me, but you can't. But I want you to be able to imagine what I'm saying. What I don't want you to think is this is way out. It's not. It's not way out. My brother and I had a conversation, I think it was 2005, 2006. My mom had a Wilms tumor in her neck. And we were at the hospital because they was doing surgery to take it out. And there was a magazine in the waiting room. And it had a flying car in it. And my brother said to me, I said, "Oh my God, this is cool." He said, "We won't see that in our time." It's 2022, right? And I'm gonna say 2006. It's 2022 right now. That was 16 years ago. There are about 5 or 6 companies right now that have flying cars. He said we would never see it in our lifetime. 16 years ago. They have cars right now that you can drive on the street, let the wings up, and take off in the air. Right now. He said, we'll never see that in our lifetime. I said to him, "Oh, we're going to see that in our lifetime." He said, "No, we won't." So the day I saw the very first flying car, which is probably about 5 years ago, it was on Facebook. I sent him the link. I said, "Look, we're still here. We see. In the next couple of years, there's two years, they're saying that there's going to be space in the air for cars to fly at a certain altitude, to fly in the air." Now, do I want to be in one of those cars flying in the air? Probably not. I stay on the ground. I take my chances on the ground. But somebody is going to say, "Hey, I need to spend $150,000 for one of them flying cars," and they're going to fly in the air. They just have to figure out how to make it happen in the air. Like, the car is already built. Now they got to figure out the traffic patterns for the air. Don't be fooled that it's not going to happen. It is going to happen. Don't get left behind. Find somebody to consult with to figure out, how does this fit my business? And I know it's a lot to think about, especially when you're a small business, right? Somebody says, "Oh, don't get caught up in the shiny object syndrome." I get all of that. But here's what I'm going to tell you. And I'm guilty for getting caught up in the shiny object syndrome. I'm guilty. But what I'm telling you is, I know in my gut that this is not a shiny object syndrome. This is going to be the way we live. Don't you get left behind. Listen to those who are saying it's shiny object. I know you're busy right now, especially if you're a solopreneur. I know you're trying to do a lot of stuff just to make ends meet where you are. Who has time to think about this new thing that's coming? No, it's here. But you need to stop for a second. Take a minute, take a weekend, go somewhere, look at your business, do your own research, do your own due diligence, and try to figure out how to make this work for your business. Now, you may say, "You know what, Audrey, I don't need all that." I'm happy with my business the way it is. It provides a living for me and my family. I'm not stressed out. And I say to you, thank God for you. That's what I'm going to say, because otherwise you would have to figure out how to make this all work for you and stress yourself out. If you know you're good, then don't worry about it. Right? Do business as you always have. Even though so many things have changed, there are still some people. I saw this guy. He said he does no business on the internet. Not like on social media. He does no social media market at all. And in my mind, I'm thinking, how does that work? He still does traditional marketing, networking, mailers and like physical mailers in the mail, snail mail. That's what he does. So he does no business. He does no social media marketing at all. And part of you be thinking, well, how do you make money? How do your business grow? Right? He has a multi-million-dollar business doing traditional old things. And he was like, I don't want to do that. It's too much. And he doesn't. He said, I go on social media to see what my friends and families are doing. I don't do any social media marketing at all. I was like, that is nuts, right? Because it sounds nuts. So I said all that to say, that may be you. You may be saying to yourself, I don't want to do all that. And you don't have to. But if you say to yourself, I want my business to grow in this arena and I don't want to get left behind, I say to you at this point, take a second to look at this industry, to look at the use cases of what the softwares and the hardwares do, and figure out how does this work for you. And if you can't figure it out, ask the questions. Find the people that are doing it and ask them the questions. Pay the consultation fees. Don't be so damn cheap and get left behind because you don't want to pay the consultation fees. I had a guy say to me, and I'm going to go to, this is going to be my last point I make, and then I'm going to go to my last song. I had a guy call me, right? He wanted to launch a podcast, right? Now, I was giving a short podcasting, you can really go online and learn. So he called me and he said, I know you teach people about how to start podcasts. He says, how much is the class? It was a cheap class, y'all, like $47. I wasn't trying to get rich. I was just trying to listen, pay for this hour and 30 minutes of my time, which is not even enough. But I was like, I'm going to help him because I love podcasting. It's a powerful platform. I think everybody should have one. I said, well, the class is $47. It's about 90 minutes. Normally probably won't take that long, but I give you 90 minutes just in case you got a bunch of questions. He said to me, why would I pay you $47? I said, so you can skip the line. Right? He said, well, I can go on. I said on the internet and find it. I said, you can. You can go on there and find everything you need to find about starting a podcast. What you cannot find is my experience as a podcaster because it's all in my head. So you can go out there and listen to other people's experience about that. You can go out there and put some questions in the Facebook groups, all of that. You can. You just can't get my experience because it's in my head. He's like, well, I'm going to do some research. So he did. He did some research. He launched on a platform that I would never have recommended him launch on because the people that own the platform, the people that own the platform that he launched on told me face to face, don't do anything on that platform. And they own the platform. Had he did the class, he would have known I would never have recommended him that class. So he wasted time and money. And he launched his podcast on a platform that the owners told me, Audrey, don't put your podcast on that platform. Yes, we own it. It's garbage. Don't put it there. This is what they said. They said it at PodFest 2 years ago. I was there talking to him. But had he took the $47 and invested, he would have known, I'm not going, don't launch on that platform. It's no good. They don't care about it. They're not putting any money into it. They told me that. So he launched on that platform, paying $30-something a month. Did about 4 episodes, and then he didn't do it again because he couldn't figure out how to make it all work. I would have spent the time, because he's supposed to be a friend. I would have spent the time like, listen, this is what you want to do, but he didn't want to make the $47 investment. What I'm saying, and the reason I'm sharing this story is find the people, make the freaking investment into what you're trying to do. Stop being so cheap. Stop trying to get everything for free. Make the investment. It's going to serve you in the long run. I'm just trying to help somebody out. All right, listen, I'm going to my last song, and then I'm going to come back and shut it down for the day. All right, hold on. I'll be right back.
Sure, we had fun tonight. You and me felt alright. But it's time you pick up your phone. You won't be worth my while. Me and you won't work out. Pick it up, pack it up, get a cab and go. It's not your phone, no, baby. just not the right kind of girl for you. You deserve somebody who's loving you. You shouldn't call me later. Promise it's for the better. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. Cause I got a rule. I hold on to my heart. Share with nobody. I don't want nobody else. Yeah, I hold on to my heart. Give it up for nobody. I just keep it to myself. I ain't got room for love. I don't need stars above. All I need is my precious space. Yeah, yeah. Why you so serious? Can't you just be mine for a night, my love? Take it off, put it on, then be on your way. It's not your fault, my baby. It's not on you, my baby. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. You deserve somebody who's loving you. You shouldn't call me later. Promise it's for the better. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. Cause I got a rule. I hold on to my heart. Share with nobody. I don't want nobody else. Yeah, I hold on to my heart. Give it up for nobody. I just keep it to myself. I've been too hurt before. I've been through hell and more. So I hold on to hold on to my heart. I've been alone before. This way I won't get bored. So I hold on to hold on to my heart. It's not your fault, my baby. It's not on you, my baby. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. You deserve somebody who's loving you. You shouldn't call me later. Promise it's for the better. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. Cause I got a rule. I hold on to my heart. Share with nobody. I don't want nobody else. Yeah, I hold on to my heart. Give it up for nobody. I just keep it to myself. I've been too hurt before. I've been through hell and more. So I hold on to hold on to my heart. I've been alone before. This way I won't get bored. So I hold on to hold on to my heart.
Welcome back. So listen, guys, that's all I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed that segment. It's, I'm so passionate about this because I think about all of the industries that I was out the gate when they started, and I kind of fell off because I didn't think they were going to go anywhere, and then I got left behind in the dust, right? Even with podcasting. I started podcasting around 2009, and so I didn't know where it was going to go. And I stopped doing it, and I got left in the dust. So, but I still love it, but I got left in the dust. So I'm just sharing my passion about what's coming down the pike with NFTs and blockchain and metaverses and VR, AR, and all these different things, because I don't want you to get left in the dirt. I don't want you to get left in the dust. I want you to get left behind, because you don't have to. Because you don't have to get left behind. But what you do have to do is spend some time making an investment into yourself, into your education, and into your business, into your learning. And if you don't want to learn this stuff, then hire somebody to do what you need to get done. Pay the consultation fees, pay the coaching fees. There are some amazing coaches out there. There are some amazing consultants out there. Spend the money to learn, to get on the right path. You got to do that. You got to do that, or you're going to get left behind. Or you can spend all your time hemming and hawing, right? And trying to figure it out yourself, and then getting frustrated because you can't figure it out yourself. If you're not that person who can figure things out like this, especially in the tech space, then don't do it. Don't waste your time doing that. Go hire the person that can help you figure it out, and then go find the people that can help you to implement it. Find the people that can help you put this strategy in place. And now you got your thing. You can have your own metaverse. The metaverse is many. It sounds like one thing, it's many. You can have your very own, you can be the mayor of if you ever wanted to be the mayor of your own metaverse. Be the president of your own metaverse. That's what can happen. Create your own city around the city that you live in. You're the mayor of your metaverse city. What does that mean? It could mean a lot, and I can't go into all of that right now, but I need you to think big. Think outside the box. If you live in West Tahoe, right, in Utah, and you want to be the mayor of West Tahoe in Utah in the metaverse, you could be the mayor. What does that mean? Well, it can mean a lot, depending on what you do. Do the business owner pay the mayor tax revenue through NFTs in Lake Tahoe metaverse? Do they? Could they? Probably. Could the citizens of Lake Tahoe own a piece of the Lake Tahoe metaverse where you're the mayor and they have ownership? Could they? Yeah, they probably could. Opportunities are endless. That's why you see big brands like Nike and Coca-Cola and fashion houses. They already know what it's like. They already know that you're going to shop in their metaverse and spend your money in NFTs in there. They already know because people are already doing it. Why not you? Why not let this be your metaverse? You know what I'm saying? All right, so here's my closing statement. It said, the vision that you glorify in your name, in your mind, the ideal that you enthrone in your heart, this you will build your life by, and this you will become. Let me say it again. The vision that you glorify in your mind, the ideal that you enthrone in your heart, this you will build your life by, this you will become. James Lane Allen said that, and he was right. The question is what is the vision? That's the question. What vision will you build, will you glorify in your mind? What's the vision? Think on that. Selah, baby, Selah. So all I got for you today. Could have been anywhere in the world, but you spent the last hour and 7 minutes with me. I thank you for listening. If you missed any episode of the show, go to goodmorninggwinnett.com to listen to past episodes there. Be sure to follow me on Facebook at Good Morning Gwinnett. Follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Gwinnett. And follow me on the Twitter at GM Gwinnett. Also, if you listen to the show on Apple Podcasts, find your favorite 2 episodes, give it 5 stars, and subscribe to the show. I will be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m., God willing. Stay safe out there, my friends. I appreciate you and love you. And until next time, baby, until next time, make it a great day. Bye, y'all.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.